Now, I read this quote online that said, "You see a small child and 88 keys. I see potential." Now this is of course before EDP 445 profusely changed his government identity. Now before we go on this journey, let's take a step away from even the idea of a pianist and take a look at any career that is specialized. Now as an individual, when you pursue a skill or hobby, it's usually due to one of two reasons that are illustrated here. A, to make it your career, and B, to make it your passion. Now what I mean is that, take painting for example. A lot of people are amateur painters, but the reason that they paint isn't to earn money, but rather as self-fulfillment. But let's say you realize, hey, my painting of speed doesn't look like KSI. I'm pretty good at this. Well, now you entered the professional route of going to art school and then starting a dictatorship like all the other great painters. Now let's go all the way back to pianists. Now pursuing a career in piano will undoubtedly lead you into three main routes: a concert pianist, an accompanist, which is the equivalent of like a side chick, and a teacher. But in this video, we're not going to be looking at these two. They're going to stay irrelevant like Deji and a Nissan Gib. Now, a concert pianist is one of the most grueling professions in the world, absolutely stacked to the brim with young talent. But that's the problem. Now let's say you're attending a prestigious music program at the post-secondary level. Now grinning from ear to ear, you know that you're one of the best. After all, you're the person that won awards in your high school, got an unholy amount of praise from your friends and cheers from your family. And so of course naturally you enroll in a music program, hoping to become one of the next greats. But what you don't realize is that you are genuinely fucked. You see, you've dedicated your life to practicing hours upon hours each day, only to realize that you're equivalent of like a bot that spawned in a competitive Val game. Now here's a list of all the post-secondary music schools in the world. I actually try to count them with ChatGPT, but it literally spat out, "The prompt is too long." Now each of these schools having hundreds if not thousands of individuals filled to the brim with talent, ambition, and hope. Well, what's the problem, you may ask? Everyone looks so excited to become a professional concert pianist, until they realize the orchestra has one seat. Suddenly, you have the realization that all those praises from your dad, compliments from your friends, and touching from your uncle disappears, and you look around like it's fucking Squid Game. All these people, they're not my friends, they're my competitors. Now, to put in perspective really how bad the situation is, I'm going to explain it using monkeys and bananas. Now, big monkey have a lot of banana, but the problem is there is a lot of small monkey that want banana. But to gain these banana, small monkey need to dance. But the problem is big monkey satisfied with just one small skilled monkey. And so all small monkey are sad, and the only way to get banana is to gaslight the other small monkeys into thinking that they'll one day be skilled enough to dance for the big monkey, otherwise known as teaching. Now, if you think that analogy is ridiculous, there's once a fellow pianist who received an opportunity to play for a professional orchestra located in Berlin. Now imagine all your life you've been dreaming to perform on stage, waiting for the audience to give you that warm standing ovation for the years of hard work that you've put in. Now the problem is, the orchestra offered him just $100 to perform, which of course he declined. Now, completely unfazed, the orchestra went to a random aspiring young talent who was desperate to bulk up his resume and gladly took his place without a second thought. That is ridiculous. Now, this is a story that I heard from professional pianist Denis Zadanov, who illustrated how even the most talented and experienced pianists can face adversity when there's always other bots ready to take your place. And because of this disparity in talent and demand, most pianists are unironically making less than a Wendy's cashier. Now, when talking about payment, Denis generally breaks down three main categories: A, emerging young talent, B, established concert pianist, and C, the top 1%. Now, the first category is outlined to be anyone who's between 16 and 30, who are paid a life-changing 3 figures to perform per night. The next category is paid from anywhere from $1,000 to $6,000. And while you may be thinking, wow, $6,000 a night? I can finally stop making Crunchwrap Supremes. You might be disappointed to find out that, not so fast pal, you're still gonna be putting the fries in the bag. Now 20% of your payment goes to your agent, who did jack shit in helping you. 20% goes to taxes, 20% goes to all the travel and living expenses that are not covered. And the last 40%, your homeless friend tries to haggle you relentlessly. So you might be asking, what exactly are you left with? Well, 50 to 200 hours of practice time per piece and pennies on the dollar. Not to mention that it's not $6 a night. It's $6 whenever they offer you a chance to play, which once again, if you don't take, goes to my boy Ling Ling who needs the resume buff. Now, the final category is the top 1%, which just like every cutthroat profession, you statistically won't achieve. Now, although these people are making Ice Spice money, there are also only a handful of them who can pull this off. And I'm not referring to Kanye. So all in all, this creates a toxic environment and juxtaposition between the pure love for music and sheer impossibility of making it as a career. And in the process of trying to survive, unfortunately, many pianists cope with various substances and mental illnesses, leading to even professional concert pianists to warn against pursuing it as a career. But all the big orchestras say, whoopsie, let's just sweep all that nonsense under the rug. Everyone, look at Hayato Samino play. Wow, isn't he great, everyone? But sir, I can play that too. Come here. Take the $10. I already told you, take the $10 to play or switch professions. Yes, sir. So if you're an inspiring young pianist going through this process, hats off to you for providing the fantastic music that we all hear, while working 4 fast food jobs to keep you alive.